At their own 46. The drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Complete to A.J. Brown.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
And 3 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Complete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 10-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down.
Here's McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go play action with Trubisky. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 9. First down, Green Bay. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. It's caught, Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and goal.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Lions nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he stopped immediately there.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
There on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Touchdown, Packers. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Giorgio
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On first down, Singletary. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He was brought to Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers are in for the score.
Ward Jr.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar, because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he's going to go down again. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire half.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Green Bay Packer.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On third down, they go with Singletary. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, D.
To throw is Ryan. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The big money man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up. But they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They will run with Singletary. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
26-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game will leave their eyes. Or maybe, partly, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 17. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 29. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Caught by Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gain on the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's bring it. Check 3.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
By Taven Bryan. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
Now Trubisky. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this was truly a